what are memory items? Any idea?
No.
Okay. So for memory items, we go to abnormals. Exactly when I talk about memory items. So for Airbus, whenever we have an abnormal, so we have a priority order.
Okay.
So that is what is that priority order? That is a sequence of procedure. So whenever we have an abnormal, we have a sequence of procedure, how we have to conduct the procedure.
Okay.
Whenever any abnormal is there, we first apply the memory items or the OEB immediate actions.
Okay.
Then after that, we go for the OEB. We apply the OEB.
Wait.
Then after that, third priority is ECAM.
Okay.
Okay, you know what is ECAM? Can you find it out for me quickly? What is ECAM?
Yeah, 1 minute.
And then we do the QRH process. So this is the list of priority or sequence of procedure that we do. So memory items come in first. Suppose if you have an abnormal procedure that has a memory item. So that memory action you should know by heart and you should apply without referring to the procedure. You have to apply that procedure through your memory
Okay.
and it is a boxed item. So anywhere, whenever you open your abnormal procedures, if you see any boxed item, that means that that is a memory item that you need to remember by heart. The basic general description I would be expecting from you, then further I will explain it.
Okay.
So it is a 50-50 effort.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So for Airbus right now, we have got 10 memory items. Earlier it was 9. Now we have 10 memory items.
Okay.
All right. How do you get to know how many memory items are there and what are the list of memory items? So first we go to procedures and then we have abnormal and emergency procedures here. I go to abnormal and emergency procedures. And then can you see here memory items?
Yeah.
See, these are your memory items. So first is loss of braking.
Okay.
Then under miscellaneous, you have got emergency descent,
Yes.
stall recovery, stall warning at liftoff.
Okay.
Then under navigation, you have got unreliable speed indication.
Yeah.
And then under surveillance, you have got EGPWS caution, warning, TCAS caution, TCAS warning, and then you have got wind shear, reactive wind shear.
Okay.
So how many are there? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10.
Correct?
Yeah.
Earlier, we did not have this caution, so there were only 9 memory items. So now they have included this as well. So now we have got 10 memory items.
Okay.
What are those 10 memory items?
Under brakes, loss of braking. Under miscellaneous, emergency descent. Stall recovery. Stall warning at lift off. Under
Hmm.
navigation, unreliable airspeed indication. And under surveillance, GPWS or EGPWS cautions. GPWS, EGPWS warnings. TCAS caution, traffic advisory. TCAS warning, resolution advisory, and wind shear warning.
All right. So these are such items that whenever you get to this situation, you must be able to apply this memory item before doing the ECAM, the QRH, or the OEB.
Okay.
All right. So that is why you need to know this information by heart so that you can apply it immediately.
Okay.
All right. So, can you guide me how we can go through these memory items, how we can open any idea? So, suppose I have opened this abnormal emergency procedure. First hint for you, it is under abnormal emergency procedure. How will you,
Yeah. Maybe we need to go to the brakes chapter and refer to the procedure,
correct?
normal procedure.
Correct. So, first is under brakes. Let's go to brakes.
Okay.
All right. So, under brakes, we have, can you see here? Loss of
Yes.
braking. So, we found our first memory item that is loss of braking.
Okay.
How do you get to know it is a memory item?
MEM.
MEM is written, and you'll see this red box. I will let you know when you will go through that PDF, the manuals one.
Okay.
So there we have given the information about procedure titles, and that is given in your FCOM as well when you will go through it. So you'll get to know that what it is,
Okay.
what it indicates, what are procedure titles. So first you go through it on your own, then I will discuss it with you when you have a pretty basic idea about it.
Okay.
Okay. Then you will get to know what are these circles. Okay. Then what is this? What is a black square? So all these things you have to just go through that PDF, and then we'll discuss it further. Okay.
Okay.
So for first memory item, loss of breaking, whatever is boxed, that you need to remember.
Okay.
So suppose if someone asks you, okay, tell me the memory item for loss of braking. So you will go like this, okay, for loss of braking, the call out is loss of braking. If no braking, reversers max, brake pedals release, anti-skid off order, anti-skid and nose wheel steering off, brake pedal press, maximum brake pressure 1000 psi. If still no braking, parking brake cues. Done. This
Okay.
is the memory item for loss of braking.
Okay.
Did you understand what information I called out?
Yes, sir. Only the boxed ones.
The boxed one. So when you'll be going through these memory items, you have to remember these boxed items, and you have to read this also as well for your information. See,
Okay.
this is the boxed item is L1 and this is
Yes.
L2. What is L1?
L2. L1 is need to know and
And
L2 is nice to know.
correct. So it is good for you to know the L2 information. You do not have to remember it, but it is good for you to know to understand the logic why we are doing.
Okay.
What was the second memory item?
Oh, emergency descent
Emergency descent. And where will you find it?
and miscellaneous.
All right. Here,
Yes.
correct. Under miscellaneous, you have got three memory items: emergency descent, stall recovery, stall warning at liftoff. So these are the three memory items that you need to write down and remember.
Okay.
So from emergency descent, tell me what all will you remember?
The boxed items which start from crew oxygen masks use, signs on, emergency descent initiate. If auto thrust not active, thrust levers idle, speed brake full.
That's it. This is your memory item for emergency descent. That you
Okay.
have to remember. However, you need to know this information as well. So you'll for initial, you'll write down the whole thing. What is the
Next
next
is
memory item?
it is the unreliable speed indication under navigation.
Perfect. This C, can you see here MEM?
Yeah.
Then we have the unreliable speed indication. This is the memory item for unreliable speed. So this is the whole memory item that is box that you need to remember. Everything inside this box. This is the complete
Okay.
and then you have this further that you do not have to write. You only have to write this.
Okay.
Okay, this is for your unreliable SP. Next memory item
GPWS, EGPWS cautions
that will come
under
under
surveillance.
surveillance. So you have got first is caution, and then you have got warning.
Warnings.
For caution, you can see okay that if your MSN is there, then you'll find for your MSN number that is 019057, and then
Okay.
all those things that is boxed.
Okay.
So you have to write down the whole memory item, but what you have to remember is only the boxed item.
Okay.
Like you say, okay, we have a GP, if you have a GPWS caution, terrain, too low, terrain ahead. Then during night or IMC,
Okay.
this square, you will read about it. What is this square? During night or IMC, simultaneously. Autopilot off, pitch pull up, thrust lever stroke up, speed brake lever check retracted, bang, wings level or adjust. Do not change configuration slash flap gear until clear of obstacle. This is for your
Okay.
first condition memory item. Then it extends. It goes to, okay, the second condition is during daylight and VMC with terrain and obstacle clear in the inside. If this is the case, flight path adjust.
Okay.
Then the third is sync rate. Above 1000 feet, flight path adjust. Below 1000 feet or this, go around consider. Then don't sync. So this is a pretty big one.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? How you have to learn it and how to go through it?
Yes, sir.
See, there is this boxed item. So this is the situation and this is the boxed item that you need to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, then similarly for your EGPWS warning. So for your warning, it simply gives you the memory item straight ahead that you had for night. So same thing, so there will be a warning, pull up, terrain ahead, pull up, obstacle ahead, pull up, and this is your memory item. Simultaneously autopilot off, pitch, pull up, thrust lever stoker, same thing that I said for caution.
Okay.
All right, this is for EGPWS warning. So you'll be writing this down.
Okay.
Then you have got TCAS advisory, or we call it TCAS caution. Then you have
Okay.
got resolution advisory, TCAS RA. All right. This will be your ninth memory item. First will be your TCAS advisory. So what do you have to write down for TCAS caution? So there are two types of TCAS advisories that you have to write out. First is this one, which says TCAS board check arm.
Okay.
Other one that was used in the previous MSN, that is do not perform a maneuver based on a TLO. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. This we'll discuss in detail, but for now, you have to just write down these two for your TCAS
Okay.
on this one. Then you have got a TCAS warning. For TCAS warning, just write it down once and just go through the box title.
Okay.
All right. This is your resolution advisory. And the last one is your wind shear, reactive wind shear. Suppose if I ask you, okay, tell me the memory item for wind shear, reactive wind shear, how will you start?
At takeoff, if before V1, if there are significant variations in airspeed and an airspeed trend below the indicated V1, reject the takeoff. If after V1, thrust levers to toga reaching VR rotate, SRS orders follow. And
Mhm.
if you're airborne, initial climbing or landing, then thrust levers at toga set or confirm. Autopilot if engaged, keep on. SRS orders follow. Do not change configuration, slats, flaps, landing gear until out of wind shear. Closely monitor flight path and speed. Recover smoothly to normal climb out of wind shear.
All right, perfect. So this is how you have to call out your memory items if someone asks you in an interview or during your sim. Then you will be performing this.
Okay,
Okay, then you'll be performing all these items. And we have a call out with this. So suppose wind shear, if we have a wind shear, warning, wind shear, then the call out is wind shear toga, and we apply for memory item.
okay,
All right. This is equipment chapter. This is about the flight deck. Okay. Yeah. So it gives you all the information about your flight deck. What all
okay,
equipment do you have? About the seat, how to adjust it, what circuit breakers do you have, about the panels, armrest adjustment. All right. These are the panel, main instrument panel, first officer side, captain side, all these things.